I'm in the section between Sonora Pass and South Lake Tahoe, and this brake spot is super cool too. I just saw there brown color one. I'm just still looking for it, but it's like 10 meters away, just walking by. Then it heard my footsteps and ran away. I'm happy.
It was time to leave Sierras and step into a different world. Everything felt different after walking 300 miles in snow capped mountains and lakes. The landscape wasn't rocky like in Sierra or dusty like in Southern California. It had a tropical vibe. With no bear can, ice axe, and microspikes, it felt right to walk more miles. The last bit of Sierras felt like an end of an era. Most of the people I walked with were in different places. Most families have broken up. It was time for a fresh start again. It was time to rediscover new heights since everyone is a badass after completing Sierras. It was time to step into NorCal. Personally, I felt more robust and more confident. That means I could handle anything that trail had for me. However, the trail had other plans to test my mental fortitude rather than my physical grit. Well, more about that in next episode.
So that's Carson Pass. 9,000 or something baht. My night setup. I have a hot chocolate and I'm cowboy camping right by the middle. South Lake Tahoe. I'm coming for you. Wow, that was a hard climb down. 300 feet in like 0.3.
Like all made of proof pads to do
No, wait, what is that? It's a
Oh, it's a garbage.
Who did that?
Oh no.
He is not shy. Okay, there's shitload of food here, guys.
I'll put it away.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Focus from Topos. So I left Tahoe and I had to do 20 miles, 22 miles at least. I started around 11:30. I'm 6 miles in because there are bears and I don't have my bear can, so I had to go past Dissolution Wilderness. Otherwise, I could be in the same situation as other hikers who had to come back to get resupply again because bears stole their
Leaving South Lake Tahoe marked the beginning of Northern California. NorCal was filled with flowers. It was home to the true fireworks of nature in both literal and metaphorical ways.
200 more to the midway point. These views are something else. I mean, hike. You can't only get these views by hiking. Hey man.
This is cool.
Yeah.
The last 9,000 feet mountain pass of the entire PCT ended up with a perfect sunset. It was indeed a magical moment.
I'm in Northern California. Here, one of the main thing is flora and fauna. Love it. It's beautiful. Sometimes you walk by and you just come in and you feel all this scent from flowers. It's beautiful. hardest climbs, best views. That's the path, all the way down to the highway. So, literally walking on the highway. That's one. Thousand 200 miles. A little bit more to the halfway point. I'm going through a burned area. They have reconstructed the trail, cut down some trees, so it's walkable. But at the same time, temperatures are so damn high that there's no tree cover. So it's hot, wind helps. Well, it's kind of beautiful other than it's been too hot, but also it's just very sad too. It's sad.
The Sierras had become a distant memory. The days were hotter, and sometimes we get lucky with trail edges or a pub nearby to pass the midday.
Good morning.
Bird areas started to become a thing in Northern California. It made me question many things, beginning with human interventions and wildfires. I won't go into details here, but one thing was very apparent. Whenever humans interfere with natural process, it often produces disastrous consequences. I'm going to leave this at that.
So I'm walking through a burned area again, and it's terrible because these are used to be massive trees, and now they're just ash, and you have to watch out for the shaky one, so one that can fall on top of you. So it's kind of dangerous too. So yeah, moving on. So I'm setting left and right because I'm going up on peak after Belden. So it's a long climb, 5,700 or something. So I'm like 3 miles in, and I had to walk up. Sri Lanka, I would just drink that water, but you have to filter water here. So officially done with Sierra Nevada because welcome to Cascade Range, because on the other side, yep, it says Sierra Nevada. Going into a different world, I guess. Hey. And halfway point coming up. So we have the burnt and the one that survived, and it's a different kind of feel. Have a new milestone, 1,300 miles, and almost at the halfway point. Just finished the climb out of Belden. Feels great and feels strong. camping spot for the night. Made it here, so bit more to go.
Reaching the halfway point boosted my morale in many ways. At the same time, I realized that it took exactly 3 months, and I only had less than 3 months to complete the rest. This was a wake-up call to pick up my pace.
Now you guys can work. No, the wind.
Yay!
You got it?
Yeah,
I didn't go.
I have.
I'm so sorry.
Can you take
Got
a
it.
pic?
I
You got a
had-
picture? Can you take a picture quickly?